All right, guys, what is going on? Once again, it is your boy at Flystewie back again. We're trading the odd trade balance. We're going to talk about my stock portfolio, and I'm not going to mess up this time, I promise. Last video, I forgot to click the go live button because I am a noob at this live trading thing apparently. But today we're going to see me trade the odd trade balance live. I'm risking around 3% of my account, and I'm going to show you the analysis step by step on how I day trade. All fun stuff, all live, so you never know what's going to happen, baby. I'm getting new to this show thing, so I think I want to start it off by talking about, show you guys my screen a little bit. So today, as I said before, we're trading the odd trade balance trade. I'm not expecting too big of a move, maybe 200 pips to the downside, but we'll see. Trade balance, export demand, and currency demand are directly linked because foreigners must buy the domestic product currency to pay for the nation's exports. Export demand also impacts production and prices. Basically, if a country trade balance is good, if they're exporting more than they're importing, of course, you need Australian dollars to buy those Australian goods. All that jazz. That's why this trade matters. And I'm on Forex Factory. It says it's a high impact trade. Traded this a bunch of times, so it should turn out good. Little portfolio update. Yesterday was a crazy day down. Basically, the market bounced back up, but just showing you the effects of yesterday. Looks like I have around, what is that, at 2,000 to the downside yesterday, $2,000 down. It's like a bit of a percentage loss, around 4%, I believe. They have it right here, 3.95. Now, these market values are off a little bit, but this just shows my top 10 holdings, so I'll go over what my top 10 holdings are. Canadian National Railway, this is a terrible purchase. I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably drunk when I bought this. But I bought it because in Canada, there's this big conspiracy over railways, and I'm like, this pays a great dividend. I need Canadian companies, so I bought it. These two are bonds. Trust me. I used to think bonds were whack. I thought they were terrible. I thought they were a waste of time. But bonds in a recession, oh my goodness, they're so good. So anytime the market's at an all-time high, I'm buying bonds. That's all I'm buying. And when the market's at a low, if the market ever takes a 30% to 40% like dip, that's when I'm selling those bonds and buying equities again. So that's basically I'm paying bonds. Gold, I'm just buying whenever gold's cheap. Apple, as you can see on my thumbnail, Apple is there. Apple, I love Apple because it pays a dividend. It's a tech bro company, and it has a bunch of cash in it. So the way I see Apple is in this little C-virus recession, Apple is the way to go. Facebook, it was low. I love Facebook as a company. I recently sold a lot around 200 and 210. So I'm like, this is another opportunity to get those shares back. McDonald's, I bought McDonald's as a great price. They were beaten up. I saw it was before their earnings. I got some McDonald's. The previous close was $199. Now it's at like 207. So McDonald's is doing great. This pays a dividend. MPW, I love it. It's paying dividends. Senior Healthcare Living, I think in a recession, it's a great stock. Pays a great dividend. SPHD, this just follows the S&P 500 index. Just another ETF. Amazon, I love Amazon. I love it. I think last year in 2019, out of all the companies that were dominating, Amazon didn't do as good as I thought it would, which makes it an incredible value. Last earnings announcement, it just did phenomenally. So because of that, I only have 2 shares of this thing. This market value thing's of course a little bit off. It's really 5,000 or like in half, I believe. I don't know why they're showing so crazy, but whatever. This is virtual brokers, by the way. If you're Canadian, you might know about this. I have it because it's cheap. Okay, it's not expensive to use this. ETFs are free, stocks are $1, and they allow RSPs and TFSAs. So if you get a cheap broker, this is what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get the latest and greatest when it comes to analyzing portfolio. However, it's cheap. If we look at my performance year to date, I'm around 3.5%, which is not that bad. My 5-year is 16%, which is decent. But year to date was much higher before this coronavirus happened. This coronavirus took all those earnings away. So that happens. It happens to the best of us. Anyways, let's actually get to the charts. Yesterday I did odd GDP. I actually lost this trade and I was a little drunk. I don't know what it was, man. It was leaning up to the resistance. The resistance here, it was hitting this line. Hold up. I forgot about something. Let me adjust my charts. Okay, perfect. So yesterday, you know, I was going through AUD/GDP. It was at a resistance, but I didn't think this resistance would hold because it looks pretty light, but it respected this resistance and then the pair shot down. So I ended up losing 5%. Oh, well, happens to the best of them. I won the trade before, that big up bar here. I won that trade before. So, you know, it wasn't the worst. And always remember, you know, subscribe to me on YouTube. I make great videos about, you know, trading. Sometimes I do some politics stuff. You know, Andrew Yang's my boy. We talk about, you know, how to get trade, how to do better in trading or whatever. And meme of the day is how to become a millionaire. Just put your money in bonds. Terrible advice, I know. But yeah, put your money in bonds apparently. Anyways, let's get down to it. Let's get down to business. Let's stop horsing around. Let's see here. So this is the market right now. We saw a bit of a pull up. It hit this resistance last. So if we go to the hour 4, I always just trade. It's a very simple trade off of the hour 4. Hit the hour 4 here, was trending down a bit. I did get a little bit of profit here. If you can see here, I got a little bit of profit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Oh yeah, you guys can't see that. But yeah, I got a little bit in sells there. So now we are just waiting till the trade. So I expect the trade, honestly, just to go down to that red line. So that's around like 400 pips. So to take advantage of that, we're gonna have that there. Actually, right now I have 3%. We can go up to 4% here. That's 20. Let's go to 4%. Bam. All right, so we got 9 minutes to trade. Right now, it looks like it's trending away from where it wants to go. I don't think it hit any sort of support. So since this red line here, I don't think it hit any type of support here. I don't really find these as supports. And if we go to hour 4, a lot of space to operate. So I do expect it to go down. If it doesn't, we'll just lose some money and go broke. No big deal. And then let's see what happened. Oh my God, look at the market. The market has been absolutely on fire this week. So remember, the market shot up here, then it went down again and everyone's freaking out. And then again, look, the next day it shot right back up. So it treated that as a nice support, that daily. Did I put that line there? I must have. This is the S&P 500. As you can see right here. So right now it's right above above that 10%, you know, retraction line. So it fell here about like 10% before it fell down all the way to 20%. And of course, it's all caused by the C virus. I'll be looking forward to reach up here. My strategy to trade this is every day I'm like, you know, I have around 10 to 12K to invest. So for me, that's around like 15 to 20 days, which is around like a month. So every day for a month, I'm going to be buying investments, just deploying cash in the market. And I'm hoping to ride this all the way back up here and then to new highs. I don't think the C virus is big enough to crash, you know, the economy really, but it could. Honestly, it could slow production down for 6 months. We could see some terrible earnings for a lot of companies. So I would not be surprised. Wow, Euro AUD is blazing right now. Look at this. This past 30 minutes, it went up 200 pips. This is like basically an indecision in the last hour. Went down, and then look at this. Look at from here because it gapped up. So 280 pips up to the upside. Wow. Wow, this is insane. So we have some time to trade. Essentially, I'm going for more profit here. I got like basically a 2-to-1 risk ratio, so I'm going for a bit more profit than I'm risking. This is about a 4% risk trade for my account size. And it's funny. So I've been losing like a fairly bit trades in a row, to be honest. Like if we go to my YouTube channel, I swear, look, I lost this one. I think 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 I actually won this one. I lost this one. Like I've been losing for a while now in a row. And I feel as a trader, like those are the times you really check your investment thesis. And if you still like the trades you're taking, if you still like the trade patterns you're dealing with, then like honestly, you don't really need to adjust, to be honest. Especially if on the trades you're able to identify your higher risk trades to your lower risk trades. If a trade pattern's not as clear as you'd like it, you either don't trade at all or you lower your risk substantially. And I feel like I've been lowering my risk substantially. I feel the last trade I was falsely confident on. But I feel like if I looked at it just a different way, then maybe I would have seen on AUD GDP yesterday that it wasn't as clear as I thought. But that just happens. That just means I need to get more reps. This weekend I'll probably be doing some back testing, a lot of back testing. Back testing, basically what I do is I get a simulator, and using the simulator I will basically test like if my trade chart and patterns, I'll go to a date a year ago and I'll see if I would have won a certain trade or lost a certain trade, and I'll do that for like an hour or an hour and a half. And that will help me give me just the extra reps I need so when the week's trade come, I'll be ready for those trades. So backtesting is very effective, especially if you're like, any sort of day trader, if you trade news like I do. Very effective. All right, let's look at this. I like the sells here. I don't know. Like I'm looking for any sort of rejection on the support line here. But so I'm like, kind of here. But if we look at that line when you go to the hour one, you can see that it rejected off of this support. It went to the resistance and it just hasn't came back down at all yet, right? So because it hasn't come back down at all yet, I'm thinking just straight sells. Yo, my dude, Hype, what's going on, man? I've been blessed better than ever. How you been? Got Ryzen in the building. Right now I'm doing some live trades, trying to get that shmoolah. All right, so we got a minute till trades. I'm going to take a sell in the minute. Up here, if we look up here, when this reaches a 9, I'm going to take my first sell. Let's see, Euro AUD. We got 12 pips here. Nice little spread. Nice little bitty spread here. And I don't want the spread to get too much or else you get killed on the spread sometimes, right? All right, minute till the trade. Again, we are trading trade balance at 7:30. It's Wednesday today. All right, just making sure. You won't believe the amount of times that I haven't talked with you in a long time. Life took such a weird turn. Oh, for real? What happened to life, my dude? What's been popping off, family? Hopefully nothing too crazy. I know it's been a minute. Like, I remember I used to be on Fortnite in a hot minute, but I honestly haven't played Fortnite in like, man, it seems like it honestly seems like 2 months maybe now, 3 months. So fun. I used to do that like almost daily. All right, let's go to 5 minutes here. See what happens. Five seconds. Not really much push down. Expecting a bit more of a move. Didn't really get the move I wanted, but I guess we guessed the right direction, but didn't get the move that we wanted really. So because of that, like, I mean, hold up. Let's see how much it went down. Only really like 50 pips. So didn't get the move we wanted. We're not going to leave these heavy lots in. So again, this trade was just ended up being a wash basically. When I was starting to get into everything, my family split up and my mom passed. Whoa. Man, I am so sorry to hear that, family. Wow, that is insane. And that's from like the 3 months I've talked to you last. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I had one of my friends at work. That I'm going through some family troubles too. But yeah, man, definitely get back into things. It's definitely a good way to, spread out that energy. Key reason I've been away for so long, bro, I don't blame you at all. That's definitely a decent reason to take some time. When's the last time you touched anything? Like even been on like YouTube or created anything? So it's funny. So what I noticed with a lot of these trades is like when they struggle to go down in the minute, they sometimes start trending the other way. And then when we look at the total momentum of this thing is up on the daily, but lately, because of odd GDP happened, odd GDP sent that 2,000 pips to the downside. And last video, I know it got erased, but I was explaining how like odd GDP travels a lot. Like it trends a lot. If we look at trade balance, let's see what happened here. Trade balance, actuals. So, I mean, it was better than expected, which means it should have shot down, but it barely shot down, even though it was much better than expected. So, interesting enough. It's a gong show, that's for sure. Glad you're doing good, though. Yeah, man, I'm trying to, man, Trying to do bigger and better things. But yeah, man, I remember this guy had like literally the best montages. Like they look so professional. One of my mom got sick, she wouldn't be released from the hospital unless she had someone to look after her. So I lost my job and moved in with her when she got moved to the hospice. During that time, I was making edits at home for streamers trying to get by. So you lost your job because you took time off? Yeah, that's so tough when like a loved one, gets sick. We look at this here. Just shot from down here to 130 pips. Yeah, no movement. I expected more, but tomorrow is retail sales. I will be trading that retail sales. We go over here. We have retail sales Thursday, and then on Friday we got NFP. This is the big trade, so hopefully we can get them some shmula. But yeah, Ryzen, man, you made the best edits ever. Like, if we go to YouTube here, telling you, Ryzen Hype's edits? These edits though? Bruh. Like literally these look like movies. Ooh. So it says started working from home more. Got fired when my mom got diagnosed with cancer. Sucked missing out on everyone's growth. I feel like I fell off the face of the earth. Hey man, nothing's wrong with taking some time off. That's crazy, the timing of getting fired though. Like, that part's crazy. Cause like it'd be ill if you could take like a nice like two weeks off or 3 weeks off. Check my FB. New name is ZestFX. All right, let me do that right now. Let me check that FB out, fam. Bam. Hey, my man's back in the Fortnite. Why FB over YouTube? Or you got a YouTube as well? All my new work on there, it's a lot better. Oh, that's lit. So since there's not a lot of momentum, we're not going to see anything really. Like usually when you want trends, you want to see some momentum in the market, it's eventually going to pick a direction and go, but not really any buying opportunities in the minute 1 or minute 2. So in general, really a pretty suspect day of trading. Not many opportunities really. We got some pennies, but pennies are better than nothing. These are some burgers. This is some McDoubles right here, some junior chickens, okay? I can link in the chat. I still use YT streaming on FB. It's just easier. Ah, I see. I was actually used to stream on Facebook, but I found Facebook had the stream delay like really high. Like Facebook stream delay was like 10 seconds when you go live. All right, let's check out some good stuff. Hey, yo, check the hair, bro. Let's get it. Yo, that's actually dope.
Yeah, it is.
That's so dope. All right, let's check a montage out. Oh yeah, I probably can't play any sound. Get that demonetization. Not that I even have monetization. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm so terrible at Fortnite now. It's crazy. Probably top 10 worst trash. But let's see this. there. That's ill, man. Yo, anyways, thanks for rocking out with me. I'm gonna head out. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna do another live trade tomorrow. Ryzen, man, good to hear from you, bro. I'm glad to hear that you're gonna get back on. You know what I mean? Get back on the websites. I feel like eventually I'd Twitch stream again, but you know, who knows? But thanks for hopping in here. And that was a live trade. Hopefully you liked my little portfolio update. You know, tomorrow we'll talk about, you know, some of the stocks I get into, and we out, baby. I love y'all.